Hello and welcome to the Opinion Value Added Service tutorial. In this tutorial we will show you how to create a new opinion service and view the messages that were sent to it. Opinion services are general purpose services that can be used to receive plain text messages from people sending SMS messages to your service. This can be used, for example, in TV shows or radio station shows, for which it is common to want to receive opinions and suggestions and comments from their listeners or viewers. So starting from the main menu, we'll click on Services Management and then click on Opinion. This will take us to the Opinion Management page. The page is split into three tabs, one showing us the active and running services, one the inactive ones, and the final one used to create new instances of this service. So let's click on Create New Opinion. This is now the first step of the new opinion wizard. We can keep track of our progress within this wizard by using this guide. Now we will first need to select a title for our new service. And then we can select the duration for which our service will run. By default your service is set to run immediately, whereas it will end a year onwards from the current date. I only want to run my service for 1 day, so I'll go back to the previous year and select it. Okay, now we need to define the SMS channels for this service. An SMS channel is a unique combination of shortcode and keyword. This channel will be owned exclusively by your service and cannot be used by anyone else. We'll enter our desired channel and click Add to add it to the list of registered channels. If this channel were already used in a different service, I would not have been able to add it to this list. I'll add a second channel as well. Okay, that's good. Now if we wanted to, we could proceed to the next step, but let's first have a look at the advanced options in this page. I can use the comment field to leave a note on this VAS instance. In the sender field, we can insert the number we want to appear as the sender of the message that our participants will receive as a response to their message. We will usually want to enter the number of the shortcode that we used in our service. In the advert message field, we can insert a message that will be appended at the end of every response message from this VAS instance. This can be useful if we have a sponsor and we want to enter their ad message in our response messages. Finally, the filter of outgoing SMS messages is an option that will allow the platform to check all outgoing SMS messages for invalid characters. If you do not know what this option is, we recommend that you leave this checked. Once we're happy with all the options in this page, we can click on Next to proceed to the second step. In this step, we have to select the response message for our service. Note that the text in this field cannot exceed 160 characters, so the counter can be used to keep track of the number of characters you've used in your message. If we do not want to send the response message, we can uncheck the send response field. Once we're finished with our message, we can finally click on Create to see our VAS instance being created. Our service has now been created and started. In this page we can see an overview of all the parameters used the SMS channels that we chose, and any advanced options that we used. If we've realized we've made a mistake, we can click on reconfigure to change the parameters used. So if we wanted to say alter our comment, and the response message, it's this simple, and we can see the new parameters. Once we're happy with the options, we can return to the active VAS view, where we'll now see our new service appearing at the top of the list. The status icon indicates that the service has started and is running normally. However, to be absolutely sure, we should test our service by sending SMS messages to all the channels that we used. To perform these tests, the SMSP platform includes an SMS testing module that we can access by going back to the main menu and then clicking on SMSP Platform Management. The SMS testing tool allows us to send test messages to the platform in order to test whether our service is running, which is exactly what we want to do now. We simply fill in the fields by putting in an appropriate mobile number, in the to field we'll insert the shortcode that we used, and in the text field we need to insert each keyword in turn, followed by a single space, and then by any text we wish to insert in here. And we click on send. Let's also send a message to the second channel that we used with the second keyword. Okay, now let's go back to our service, and we'll click on the VAS name to access the VAS view page, which contains the VAS details and messages received. Okay, let's first take a second to get acquainted with this page. At the top right of the page is the actions box. In here we'll find all the actions that we can perform on this service. The first button is the reconfigure button, which allows us to change any of the parameters that we used in creating our service. The second button is the pause button. Clicking this button allows us to suspend our instance. When the service is suspended, no messages are being processed, though they are being accepted. All messages are held in a queue and will be processed as soon as we click on the resume button, and our service has been resumed. The stop button allows us to stop our service, which means we'll stop accepting SMS messages on the channels that we've used. Finally, the new draw button allows us to perform draws on the participants of our service, which can be useful in cases where we want to give away prizes. There is a separate tutorial on how to run a new draw. Below the actions box, we'll find the SMS messages section. In this section we can see the messages received, each with the timestamp received, the mobile phone and the message body. And if you have access to the multicast module, you can reply to each of these messages individually, or you can choose to add this number to a group by using this bar, add it to a group. When this list of messages gets long, you can use the search bar to find the specific messages you're looking for. You can sort this list by any of these three columns, or you can export your results to any of these file formats. Below the SMS messages section, you'll find our service parameters, and below these is the list of SMS channels used. This concludes the tutorial on the Opinion Value Added service. We've shown you how to create a new service, how to change any of its parameters using the reconfigure functionality, and how to test the SMS channels used by using the SMS testing tool. Finally, we've seen how to view our VAS details and the SMS messages received. Thank you for watching. If you have any further suggestions, comments or questions, please feel free to contact us.